Welcome to Landria on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. We're going to neutralize all of the stuff that we've created that is not to our liking. Remember, there's neither good nor bad. The universe does not judge. I want you to remember that. Law of attraction is really just manifesting. But as you know, I don't like to use those terms for myself because I don't believe you have to attract anything. Everything's right here and you shift into it. Why? Or how, I should say. Because your frequency connects to like frequencies. So when you go in a frequency, like doesn't attract like is like, right? Somebody says, well, like attracts like. No. Like doesn't attract like. Maybe in relationships you might find each other. That's more of an attraction, but your frequency is just shifting into theirs and theirs into yours. So you're in a frequency, somebody shifts in. It's not like somebody's being pulled in or attracted. Does this make more sense? This is why so many people struggle with law of attraction. Constantly. I mean, think about it. The internet is inundated with people trying to figure out law of attraction. There's nothing to figure out. You're doing it all the time. You're always manifesting. You are in the frequency right now that you're thinking and believing. All these things that you have created up to this point and in this time, linear time, is you. You're doing it. You have 100% free will. These things you shall do and more means that you could have created something else, but you were not in that frame of mind. You had to learn lessons. This was the message from the universe basically saying, here's what you're doing. You know, take a look at it. If you don't like it, you get to shift out of it. But nobody's shifting out of it and expecting, let's put it this way. People are staying in the same frequency and the same beliefs and not shifting into this reality that they desire over here. Do my 3-second manifestation. That is literally me telling you in 13 minutes how to manifest what you want in 3 minutes. All right? What is this thing that you created? How do we neutralize that? How do you get out of that bad feeling, that situation? I just had somebody, my friend in Mexico, I just want to share with you, if you guys email me with this, urgent message, you're going to get my honest to God response. I want you to understand how this works and grasp it. I don't want to candy coat something and have you stay where you are. I want to help you get out of it. And that means, here's how we neutralize it. We battle it, right? We battle what's going on. We're creating it. We battle it. And quantum physics tells us your battle with it intensifies it. I don't want this rock to hit me. I don't want this rock to hit me. Ow. Ow. And then it's going, well, you're saying I don't want this rock to hit me, but you're really focusing on the rock hitting you. So you're envisioning the rock hitting you, even though you don't want it. Your focus is actually on the rock hitting you, even though you're saying you don't want it. You don't focus on the don'ts. You focus on the wants. So when you get whacked a few times and then you come to me and you go, ow, Landria, I'm black and blue. How do I get rid of this? Like now. I tell you, you cannot get rid of what you created with a cause and effect in play. You can transform it. That's the good news. You can transform it. But you're not going to just get rid of it. These bruises, as a result of you whacking your head and focusing just on not wanting to whack your head, means that bruise has to heal. Why? You did some damage. There is a cosmic energy now out there that has been in play and in motion. And the effects from that cause. What's a cause? A cause is the actions that you take, all that you do, which stems from your beliefs. I believe that this is a problem, and I know that I'm going to be whacked in the head a few times, and then, so you're believing that this is possible, or else you wouldn't be battling it in the first place, right? I look at this and I go, oh, this is a gorgeous rock, dream. Oh, it looks great on my desk here. But if you're thinking, I know this thing can hit me, right? That's what you're doing. You know, oh, this is getting worse, and you're focusing on not having the money, and you're going down, 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 spiraling, you're focusing, oh, and then something else happens because this negative energy is growing and you are fueling it. You are focused on the very thing that you don't want. Here's what I want you to do. Right now, you're not focused on getting abundance. You say it over here, but you're on the frequency of this over here, and you're battling it. I don't want this. All the universe hears is lack. There's my animated pumpkin out there. Lack, pain, suffering. It's going lack, pain, suffering. You're not feeling what you desire. And I know this is the toughest thing. This is the transition that's most difficult thing. How do you feel this when you're down in here? You're battling it. Number one, you are battling the very thing that you don't desire, which puts your probably 99% of your attention there until you go and you sit and you go, okay, now I'm going to do some, YouTube, meditation on manifesting. You've been manifesting. You're still manifesting. You want to get out of that? I want you to consider this, because this does work. Looking it straight on, not battling it. Looking it straight on. You open up your telegram. What's that? That's one of my little things. Your telegrams are your messages from the universe of what has to be changed. You are broke. You suck at relationships. You never can hold down a job, and you're not opening the telegram. You're just saying, I don't want these telegrams in here. And then you can't even open your door because they're blocking the door. So here's what you do. You start opening those telegrams. I want you to open it up and say, I am broke. Not, I don't want to open up the telegram. You look at it, not in a battling way. You look at it and say, I am broke. How did this happen? I want you to reverse engineer it. We've got to get on the frequency over here and get out of this. How do you get out of this? Ask yourself why you're in it. You've got bruises on your head. Boom, boom, boom. You keep whacking it. There's a reason for that. Why do I keep whacking myself on the head? I need to look at this. Instead of, I'm going to go, okay, what is it about this thing? Well, I guess, I've always struggled. I had no encouragement. I was always told, wealthy people are evil. Then I've been around people that struggled, and because I resonated with them, and I didn't do anything to get out of that. I stayed there. I believed that was how we should live, and and then you're sitting there going, wait a minute, how can I change my life? I'm perfectly capable of getting a job. I'm perfectly capable of starting a business. You guys have seen my landria.net site. Go over there and get some training. Yes, it costs you money to go to school, and that's a thinking too. For $30, I'm going to get this Harvard education. Be willing to invest in yourself, in time, in focus, in learning, in getting the job, in being the better person to get the great relationship, because you deserve it. And you can do it, but not if you're being a jackass. Wait a minute. I don't talk very nice to people that I date. That could be why I get jerks. I'm on that frequency. Or the biggest one I see from you guys, I don't love myself. I don't know what that means anyways. To me, I love myself. I mean, I am love. I don't even get that. That's like, I don't love myself. What are you, there's two of you? That's the ego. So step out of that and say, I am love. I am pure abundance. I am all these things. But if you're not thinking that, I can talk till the cows come home. All right. So here it is. I got to open this telegram. What is this? I don't want to battle anymore. I want to accept it and become friends with it, because I know that this is just hurt, distortion, false beliefs. That's all it is. I'm not going to blame this or myself or especially other people. I'm going to take the power and say, I did create that because I went along with these other things, because I believed these other things, and now I'm smarter. I have information. I know I'm powerful. I know I can change anything. Let's look at this. What's in that telegram? You know what yours says. You may have a boatload of them. Somebody said, I got all this debt, and now, I've got creditors and stuff. Landria, what do I do? And I said, pay your bills. Figure out a way to pay your bills. Call up those creditors. Start working with them. Because cause and effect, what you did got you in that spot, and now you want the bruises to go away overnight. They won't. You haven't learned anything. You just want it to go away. Learning means you're going to work through those issues that are keeping you in that poverty or that overspending or the negative relationships or not having a good job. You have to work through it. And when you do, you learn your lesson. Thank you. Wow, I got it now. And it never has to come back again for the rest of your life. You will have abundance for the rest of your life if you absolutely work through that and stop being that person who is whacking themselves in the head with the rock. There will never be bruises because there's no rock anymore. You don't believe there's even a rock. All you do is focus then on that feeling that who's that new person I'm going to be? And you are. You can be anybody you want within this journey that you chose, right? You don't, like I said, you don't want to be, I'm going to be a supermodel now, and you're 80 and 4 feet. Okay. Although, you know what? Anything's possible. I've seen some crazy stuff happen that's amazing. Anything can happen. But my point being, you know your journey. You know what you're good at. You know the things that are showing up that you need to work through. These are all gifts. Is it forgiveness, whatever? Yes, anything's possible. But I see a lot of people not willing to work, to put the work in to get it. Get rich quick schemes. Don't come to me if that's what you want, because we're putting the work in. Why? It's part of our journey. We're learning amazing stuff. We're creating amazing stuff. We're loving it. And that work, that journey, we're welcoming it. When we learn this internet marketing stuff that I do, we welcome it. We don't always love it, just like life, but we're going toward what we love, and we know that it's going to give us the results that we desire. It's no different with you. What do you love? It sure isn't being broke. What am I doing? What am I believing? And that is what has to change. Not I've been watching all your videos, how do I change it? No, well, you may be watching them, but you're not doing what it takes. You're still in that space of believing and thinking and battling this. I don't want to feel this way. As soon as you stop feeling bad about this and you go, I surrender, then it ends. There's no struggle. It ends. It's still there. There's no struggle anymore. I know this is going to be a task for you. I want you to open that telegram. It's going to hurt. I'm doing stuff. I'm believing stuff. And then I'm continuing to do this stuff. And I'm battling all of it. And then you sit down and you say, how can I change this behavior, change these beliefs, because this has to be handled first in order for these things that I say I want, but I don't believe it, nor do I envision it and feel it, and I'm certainly not acting like it. Somebody was talking about your martial arts, wants a studio. It's going to take him some time to go over to China and get trained. What do? Do I focus on getting that money? Do I focus on getting a job to get that, whatever? So we're going to do a video right after this on focusing on the vision of what you desire, not how to get it. That's the ego trying to control things. That's it. Let it go. Let it go. The universe will somebody's going to call you and say, "What? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it." You mention it, and I tell you guys, be proactive. People, we're not supposed to work at anything. Well, then get off the planet, my friend. What? You want somebody to wipe your poopy butt and feed you? You're not a baby. Go out there and get involved in the world. That's part of the journey. Go do the work. So I told this guy, I said, get proactive. Who knows? I'm going to say it. What if somebody says, wow, I would love to do that. Can I partner with you? I'll put up the money. may even want to go and train. Somebody with money, that's their dream. Maybe they're retired, they don't need to do anything, you know, and then they say, you know, I would love to do that. I know people like that would, not martial arts guys, but that, you know, would love somebody with real talent and drive, who's younger like yourself, who's going to launch something and has that energy. And it's maybe been a dream of theirs, and they can live it through you and participate. There's no reason somebody in their 40s and 50s and even 60s, if they're in good shape, can learn martial arts, or 70s or 80s, 90. We don't have limits, right? So don't get hung up on how things happen. Be proactive in what you need to do to start it, because then the universe says, oh, we're going to start sending you opportunities, because now you don't see it as a problem. You got it. You're making changes. Your energy's shifting now into somebody who's not, you know, a victim and blaming anymore and blah, freaking out. We've all freaked out. And, you know, you're no longer that person, so you're actually shifting closer to that other vision that you want. And then the universe starts to send stuff, because now you're shifting. They're not attracting them. Because you can't be like, and attract something up here. So when you start to act like that, this sees you and says, you know what? You know, I'm liking this. And then maybe you shift up a little bit, and that whatever's on that frequency says, you know, I have a job for you. You're really talented. Why are you struggling like this? Or move out of Mexico, or whatever it is you need to do. And then that opportunity will, or idea, sometimes it's just an idea. It's not, a lot of you guys are looking for some other person to save you. It's not going to happen. When you start to save yourself, then they'll show up. So this is 17 minutes. I know this is a longer video, but this deserves that attention. Open your Telegram. What do you need to do to change this situation? Accept that you've created the effect. You've been the cause of the effect. Now you have to remedy it, face it head on, and do it in a peaceful way. Call those creditors and say, I need you to work with me. What are my options here? And then, you know, what job do I need to, and plan I need to get on to pay my bills and to have a decent living too. And then you have this positive attitude about that, and it appears. It must appear. It's quantum physics. If it's not appearing, you're really not believing it. You're still battling something. So people say it's not working for me. I'm saying, yeah, it's totally working for you. You're getting exactly what you're, you know, believing. And don't put a timeline on anything, and don't put a limit on, you know, parameters on how it has to come to you. That's when people get stuck, because the universe will say, okay, you're telling me it only has to be this way, so all those other opportunities aren't going to come to you because you're focused on it being this way. There's that phone. You guys, this is funny. Watch my videos, you know why the phone is funny. All right, I got my moppy hair. Somebody said I had the messy mop look, which they loved. They actually went and got their hair cut this way. So I thought that was pretty cool. By the way, I cut my own hair. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Yes, I did go to school, so I know what I'm doing. Blessings to you. Namaste.